Thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Houston Texans. They go play action here on first down. Underneath for Miller. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
A play fake. Now Kelly. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 12 yards there as they move the chains. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about that used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie? When you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad?
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards.
Here we go now.
Here's a give to Miller. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, here's Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2nd and very short here, less than a yard. Now Kelly. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Now a first down throw, Kelly. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Second down and 4. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On 1st and 10, Kelly. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Three yards to go here on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through him. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
To throw is Kelly on 3rd and 2. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Catanzaro's kick is right through, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
All day.
Ten yards still left on second down. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. J.J. Watt coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. run by Foreman to start the drive. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Play action, it's Kelly. Going deep this time for Miller. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw on third down. Kelly. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
On first down, Rodgers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Zach Cunningham coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Green 39. All right, now look at 56. Detroit.
On first down, it's Kelly. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montravius Adams with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Kelly now on 3rd down. Dumps it complete to Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Our first update now comes from Atlanta, and it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Montgomery. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
On 2nd down, Kelly toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. A carry for Foreman, and he's got room. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running back's trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
2nd down following the run. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now it's Miller, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Kelly. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. And you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And tough starting field position here. Rodgers now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Rodgers will try again on second down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down. The Packers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Packers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to kick it away.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fielded at the 43. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montravius Adams continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So still in search of the first down after that last completion. Here's Kelly throwing on 3rd and long. And finding Fedorowicz. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. The gun, it's Kelly. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
And the D looking like they may blitz.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Over! Here we go now. 3-19.
Now Kelly throwing again. Setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Kelly operating from the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, third quarter now in Tennessee. And the Titans dominant. They have added to their totals in that one. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Packers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Rodgers now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points. Here's Rodgers throwing on 3rd and long. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And the Panthers have extended their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Fresh set of downs here. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On now is the Packers punter. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 10. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Kelly. The catch made by Miller. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
Out of the pistol look, it's Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing.